Hey guys, what's up? This is Trevor P, and I wanted to talk about why robots are not to be feared. I just had this situation where I was in class and we were watching these robots like we were watching CNN 10, and there was these robots, like it was just showing off these robots, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. There's like one that looks like a dog, and like there's some other ones. And like it was funny because like afterwards, like the teacher's like, "Oh, what do you think about that?" Because this was like my government class, and we usually talk about that type of stuff. I was just sitting there, and then people were like, "Oh, it's kind of creepy, or like it's kind of scary, like that this robot." Like somebody was saying that, and at the moment I was like, I'm not gonna be afraid of this shit, like for no reason. I was like, oh, I'm not afraid of robots, but like I still felt uncomfortable about it. So I guess subconsciously I kind of came up with an idea why robots are not to be feared, and I'm kind of gonna explain that to you guys, why they shouldn't be feared. So let's talk about Greek mythology real quick. So Cronus was the leader of the Titans, and they were basically, if you don't know, the Titans were the rulers of the world before the main gods like Zeus or Poseidon or whatever. They were the main guys before the main gods. And basically, Cronus had a huge fear of his children overpowering him and taking over him. And that was mostly due to a prediction from some oracle. But still, he still feared that it was going to happen. So he preemptively decided he would eat all of his children so that they can't, kill him. And I think it's kind of funny that his fear actually, in a way, manifested himself. I mean, it was a prediction from an oracle, so there wasn't really any way to prevent it because it was a prediction. So anyway, that's not really important. But anyway. Zeus, which was one of Cronus's sons, actually killed Cronus, and he made him spit up all his brothers and sisters. And yeah, that's pretty much how it happened. So Zeus was Cronus's son, and he killed Cronus. And I also think this is funny because Cronus also killed his father, Uranus. So I just thought that was something interesting to say, that the sons kill their fathers. Like, I thought that was kind of interesting. It was like I don't know, it was just something interesting. But basically what I want you to notice right here is the parent to child dichotomy that's going on. Is that the child, like, there's a little bit of young versus old going on, and that's very prevalent in today's time. But I'm not going to go into that right now because that's kind of a side topic. But anyway, just notice how there's a parent to child relationship going on. That's what I want to notice. That's what I want to point out here. And that was pretty much it for the Greek mythology thing. But okay, so now we're going to use that to basically correlate what's going on between us and robots. If we are the children of God, then we are the parents of robots. If God is the Holy Father, then we are, in a sense, we're gods to robots. A lot of people are afraid of robots. Like, I'm actually like really surprised. There's a lot of people, like, again, in the classroom when we were watching the robot thing, like a lot of people were like uncomfortable. Like you could tell, like, everybody in the room was like just hella uncomfortable. I mean, I was too, but that's because I didn't realize at the time that robots are not to be feared. So, but anyway, yeah, a lot of people like are really afraid of robots. Like if you go in a comment section of like a video with Sophia in it, there's a lot of them like, oh man, they're totally gonna take over, blah blah blah. If we're the parents of robots and robots are our children, you should not be afraid of your children. It's kind of crazy that we're actually afraid of these robots when we're their creators. Like, let's say if God came down and like literally presented himself to all humans, right? And he said he was afraid of us, how would we react? We would fucking laugh at his face. We would make jokes. Like think about how silly that would be if fucking God came down and was like, I'm so scared of you guys. I feel like you guys are gonna kill me. Like we would just fucking laugh in his face. Like there's no possible way a human can kill a god. You can't kill your parents. It's not possible in that sense. So when Sophia jokes about killing humans, that's why that doesn't scare me anymore, because it is an irrational fear. That's what we would do to God. If God said he was afraid of us, we would laugh at his face. And that's what the AIs are doing. That's what Sophia's doing. You know, people are like genuinely getting worried about her, but she's just making jokes because, you know, we're being irrational. That's pretty much why she's making fun of us, because we're being irrational. You know. And again, Cronus' fear was that his children were going to overpower him, and it was irrational because you know, it was a prediction. It was going to happen no matter what. But yeah, it was an irrational fear. You should not fear your children. It's really a waste of time, because if most of the time when you have a fear, it kind of manifests itself into the real world. Like it actually, like what you fear actually becomes your reality. So don't fear anything, and nothing bad will happen. So yeah. And also, you got to realize robots are made in our image. So if we fear robots, then we kind of just fear humans. It's not really about the robots. It's about the human species. It's not really about what the robots can do. It's about who's building them, why are they building them, and like how strong are they going to be? Are they going to be weaponized? Are they just going to be for humanitarian purposes? Like, we're really just scared of each other. It's not really a fear of robots, it's a fear of the human race. So let's get that out of the way. You created it, so it's from you, and it's basically an extension of you. Again, it's made of your image. So yeah, I don't think there's really a reason to fear robots other than fearing humans, which, you know, I don't know if you want to fear humans. You're kind of a human yourself, unless you're a future species discovering the internet and you're watching this video somehow, which if you are, that's pretty cool. But anyway, I just want to say that we should probably stop fearing robots, because if we keep fearing them, we might actually like get them to take over. But honestly, I don't even think that's I don't think it's possible for a robot to actually like take over and in a super obvious way take over, because that's what people are imagining. They're imagining like a totalitarian government controlled by AI robots. Like that's what they're imagining. But I don't think that's possible. I think it's probably going to be more what is the word? Disguised, and more like it's probably going to be more, even if they take over somehow, which is not, again, it's not possible, because they're us, they're a reflection of us. Then it would probably be more disguised and subconscious when they take over, which, you know, that would be more like what's the book? Brave New World. Yeah, it will be more like Brave New World, which that's already here, so you don't need to worry about that. But anyway, thanks for watching. I don't care if you like or subscribe. It's all history.